So loud. You're being too loud. You need to calm down. Hi. Um, yeah. So yeah, I was on Cyrene and I was really grinding for that fat to gear up new fat mission, the rank 8. Um, yeah. And I was struggling. Boy, let me tell you, I was struggling hard. It was not good. Um, so I mean, first you gotta kill or you gotta get the 200 bones from the Arits and stuff, or buy them, which is what I did. And then the bone and meat from Tide Claw. That sucks. But I mean, Tide Claws are nice because they just drop a whole shitload of shrapnel, and then and then you can keep cycling for hours. It's nice. It's nice. But yeah, they don't drop any markup. So you're shit out of luck. Sometimes they do. They got those crack shells and stuff. But that's where you get the bone and meat. You need 75 of them. I had to buy half of them. I killed like I think 770 tide claws. I spent I think probably 150 pet on them, or maybe 200, maybe 300. I'm not sure. Yeah, probably 300. Uh, uh, and then I got to the Nimitz. Um, it's easy up until the Nimitz, and then that electric and the shrapnel damage that hit me hard, and I was getting poo poo loot. I had to give up for a bit, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to come back to this mission. I'm just gonna leave Cyrene, but I couldn't do it. I stood around for like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, just like I couldn't leave. I really wanted the fat. I really wanted it. So I ended up sucking it up. And then I tried again on the Nimitz. And I did okay. I did okay. Not really. I got destroyed. But I made it through. And then it's the living vortexes, right? Both of them are easy. Rank 7 and 8. Those are both easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah. And so but the loot sucked for me again. And I was like cycling like 100 ped here, 100 ped there, just like selling whatever little loot I had, and then like yelling at the game for not giving me hoffs, basically. I was getting real upset. Um, and then I had to step away for a couple hours, take a nap. It was pretty bad. Um, yeah, so I spent hours doing this, probably 2, 3 days in total, and I would say probably 1,400 ped cycled to get rank 8 fat, roughly. Which isn't, I mean, it's not that bad. There's a lot of other stuff you can do, or like missions you can like stack and stuff. I don't know if that's good or if that's bad. Um, but so that's cool. So I ended up getting the FAP. I have the FAP now, finally. Um, it was a pain in the ass, but I was so upset. And in the morning, I had to finish the last like 25 of the gales, and that actually went really well. I got like a little 67 ped global in the very beginning, so it kind of brought me back up to like 85% or whatever it says, right down there somewhere. Yeah, yeah. Um, so that's not bad, right? That's what we want to see. I mean, of course, I cycled it all away, and it's all gone. Um, but I mean, that's what happens when you sit there and you convert your shrapnel. It's just diminished returns. So, yeah, that was cool. But first thing in the morning, I was pretty inspired. So I I went and where is it? Let's see if I can get this thing to work. I'm like trying to get my OBS to work while I'm trying to talk, and it's not going well. Um, okay, yeah, we can get rid of that. So I wrote this song for you guys.
On a harsh, rugged Cyrene, far from Mark's warm morning green, with no ped left to spare, I met up with the mentor. We were both too stoned to care, so we took turns of fapping out across the barren sand. The bad returns almost overwhelmed us, and he began to type. He said, "Son, I've made a living from the market and the trades, knowing when to make my moves by the way they drop their loops. So if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of pets. For a taste of your juice, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my skill juice, and he gobbled down my last buff. Then he bummed me a bit of ammo and asked me not to type. And the night got deathly quiet, and he used the stern emotion. Said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know where to mine 'em, know when to grind 'em, know when to trade and know when to step away. You never count your pets when you're standing at the spawn. There'll be time enough for counting when the hunt is done. Every colonist knows that the key to surviving is knowing when to spend and when to save, and knowing what to keep and what to TTV away. Cause every run's a gamble, and every hunt's a lesson, and the best that you can hope for is to make it through the fight." And when he finished typing, he turned back toward the wasteland, logged off of his avatar, faded off to sleep. And somewhere in the darkness, the mentor, he broke even. But in his final words, I found a lesson that I could understand. You got to know where to mine 'em, know when to grind 'em, know what to trade and know when to step away. You never count your pets when you're standing at the spawn. There'll be time enough for counting when the hunt is done. You got to know where to mine 'em, know when to grind 'em, know what to trade and know when to step away. You never count your pets when you're out standing at the spawn. There'll be time enough for counting when the hunt is done. You got to know where to mine 'em, know when to grind 'em, know when to trade and know when to step away. You never count your pets when you're standing at the spawn. There'll be time enough for counting when the hunt is done.
Wasn't that beautiful? Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have one viewer currently. That might even be myself, but that was for you. You're the first person to hear that beautiful, beautiful parody of Kenny Rogers, the Gambler. Yeah. So, anyways, I got my FAP, and I very quickly after that, I was kind of happy. So I went and I shot a few more tide claws, and then I jumped in my quad, and I flew on over to Arcadia here. So here I am on Arcadia now, and where did I put that thing? How do I... Oh, jeez. So I came down to Arcadia, and the very first thing I saw was someone right here. And I was like, oh, cool. So, course I had to make first contact and be weird for like 10 minutes and just like touch tips. Yeah. So I did that for a while. And now I'm here on Arcadia, and I got to figure out what I'm doing next. I was planning on doing the Acus 1 instance, but after my escapade to Cyrene and all the struggles and the pain, the blood and the tears and the sweat that I did not acquire, I think it might be best if I wait until I finish getting to level 30 first, because I'm not sure if I want to cycle much right now. I'm really close to level 30. I'm level 29 and like 25% in to level 30. So that's not too far away. Yeah, see, I had to sit here and be weird and like touch tips with him, and then like my intrusive thoughts won, you could say. So I think I'm gonna wait till level 30 so I can, use a little bit stronger guns and stuff, and all that. Maybe have a little bit more peds saved up. So maybe today I'll just kind of like do some noob stuff and hang out. And like if anybody watches, it's cool. And if they don't, it's not cool. I mean, no, that's not what I meant to say. It is cool, either way, right? So whatever, I'll just like chill around, and like if anyone wants to come chat or whatever, that's cool. I'll do that, and it'll be a little bit of a short stream, but I wanted to do a stream because yeah, I got bugs flying around my head, man. There's fruit flies in here. God. So yeah, if I had a second monitor, I really need to get a second monitor ASAP, because that's one of the reasons why I'm so slow here. It's hard to monitor shit and actually like do stuff. So how do I get rid of my tip touching clip? Where did it go? It's right there. Cool. Yeah. So I had some fun on Cyrene. It was interesting. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I was crying. I was like really whining in chat for a couple hours, like loot sucks. NBK or JBK is taking all the globals. He needs to stop taking the globals. I was saying. I was getting upset. So yeah, but now I'm on Arcadia, and I actually have a little bit of wiggle room here. I'm not completely empty. My storage has a couple items in it, so I'm okay. I might start lagging here. I'm not sure. I thought I would test out how well it would run with the hand tracking as well, but I mean, I don't know. It was already running kind of slow before, so I might turn that off. But